Have you ever wondered why bartenders do what they do? Welcome back, and today I'm going to talk to you about why bartenders may stir a cocktail versus why they may shake a cocktail. Now, why do we do any of those things? Well, we do them to incorporate ingredients into making the cocktail. It's rather easy. You shake because it requires it. You stir because it requires it. It incorporates all the ingredients together to make your drink. Doesn't matter if it's an old-fashioned, or an El Presidente, or a daiquiri, or a Mai Tai, or a vodka martini. It doesn't matter. You do one of those things. So, or when do they happen? Might be the best question to ask. Well, let's begin with stirring a cocktail. When do we stir a cocktail? A cocktail is stirred whenever it's just liquid. And what I mean by that would be if it's, say, bitters, a sweetener, maybe like simple syrup, or vermouth, or absinthe, or maraschino, or something like that, and spirit. That would be a stirred cocktail. The more iconic ones would be a martini, or a Negroni, or an old-fashioned. Stirred can be in two variants. One is in a mixing glass or a pint glass, and the other is in the glass you're going to be making it in. So for making it in the glass, this will be where the old-fashioned, the Negroni, Milano Torino would all come into play. The next would be stirred in a mixing glass or a pint glass. This would be for anything that's like a martini variant. So an El Presidente, which is a rum martini. A regular martini, gin martini, which would be a 50-50 or a 2-to-1 or a 5-to-1 or whatever. The Vesper should be a stirred martini, but depending on how it's ordered, it could be shaken. Some bartenders may say martinis are never shaken, but they may also agree with whatever. They may also say, all right, sir, you asked for it this way, I'll make it that way. So that's why a cocktail would be stirred. Why would we shake a cocktail? A cocktail is shaken because you need to incorporate either citrus juice, which would include citrus pulp, fats, or protein. What I mean by that is, in terms of fats and protein, that would be, say, egg white, or an egg, or heavy cream, or half and half. That would be an example of like fats or proteins. Citrus juice would be, as I said, any citrus juice, lime, lemon, orange, what have you. Now, they may not always be shaken. There are some exceptions to this. Most notably would be, say, a Garibaldi, where it's just Campari and orange juice together. That's fine. A screwdriver would be another variant on it. The gin and juice. So that makes some sense where you're not needing to pulverize the pulp or anything that might be inside the fruit juice when you juice your fruit. But for anything else, like any specific sour recipe, most notably say the Clover Club or the whiskey sour, you want to incorporate that citrus juice properly, as well as for those that use the egg white, you want to emulsify the egg, as well as for any flip cocktails out there which utilize the full egg, not just the egg white. And by the way, for those that, if you are afraid of utilizing egg white or you are vegan, then you could use aquafaba. Just make sure you use no salt added chickpeas. Shaking the cocktail, what it does is it helps dilute and mix the cocktails together. Now, there's various ideas of the shake out there. You have the normal shake, which is what I do, where I use a large piece of ice into the tin, add the cocktail, and let it go. The large cube of ice will basically help blend the cocktail together through the force that you're shaking it. Okay? There's also the whip shake. A whip shake I haven't used on this show. What it does is you take a very small piece of ice. This will be like if you have pebble ice that you can make from, say, a an ice machine. You take a small piece of that, put it into the cocktail, add your rest of your stuff, and then you shake to get a bit of a whip into the drink itself to help begin a little bit of dilution, a little bit of chilling, but then you shake until there's no more ice left. Some people have said this helps make a Ramos Gin Fizz easy because it somewhat cheats the process. Don't know, haven't tried it, not really going to try it. The third shake out there would be the dry shake. The dry shake is known as a dry shake because there's no ice involved. You just take the cocktail that you've made, you combine the tins, make sure they're seated properly, and then you shake. This gets done to emulsify the egg. This gets used for, say, a Ramos Gin Fizz, a Whiskey Sour, Clover Club, name it. Okay? There's also the reverse dry shake, where you first shake it like normal over ice, then you take out the ice and you reshake it again. Some do this, some don't. Completely up to you. Bartenders are a varied bunch. We're as unique as the cocktails themselves. So I've never done a reverse dry shake. I've just done the regular dry shake and then followed it up with the regular shake. There is one more shake out there. It's called the hard shake, and it gets utilized in Japanese style or in some bartenders and bars out there that utilize cobbler shakers. Cobbler shakers are what you would see at, any department store like Target, Walmart. It's a 3-piece type of deal. You have the main tin, the filter top, and then you have the lid. Some use it, and I believe it starts from the heart, go up to collarbone height, up to head height, back to collarbone, back to heart, and it's supposed to be a quote hard shake, when in reality it's more of a lighter shake than anything else. When I think of a hard shake, I think of, what I did for, say, the Ramos Gin Fizz, where you have to go for it, I think that's everything about why we shake versus why we stir. So if you like the video, then please hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and share the video, please. If you want to use any of the barware I use on my show, check down below. There's a link to kit.co, which has everything I utilize in my bar under the sun, aside from the alcohol, of course. In that link, you will find Amazon affiliate links, which that means if you click the link, make a purchase of the item, I receive a bit of the kickback. It helps out the channel, so thank you in advance if you choose to. I am also back at streaming, so you can find all my streaming socials right here, as well as in the link below. I will be live on Saturdays at 8 p.m. We can talk about the episode. We can talk about cocktails, talk about making cocktails, maybe the history about it. Chill out, have a good time, play some games, and enjoy life. Until next time, thank you for watching. I will be back real soon with another cocktail. This has been The Beginner's Bar.